Demi,
Yes.
thank you so much for honoring us with your presence and more importantly, your spirit
Thank you.
and what you brought just now when you shared from your heart and even the truths that you brought forward out of your own experience about being present. And I'm sure all that adds up to the memoir that you created. And, you know, our challenges end up becoming what turn us into champions if we form it that way.
And I'll answer that just because you brought something that
Yeah.
goes along with what I think your first question will be, which is
Okay.
about like,
What advice would you
Yes.
give to people who want to go either in entertainment or even just in business? What inspires you that you would want to give if you could give advice?
I think as I was saying downstairs about staying present, you see people where we're stuck on our phone and we're looking for what's next as opposed to being there. And sometimes the gems of information, I really believe strongly in following the signs, but you can't follow the signs because I think everything in life is happening for you, not to you. And so when you can look at that, especially I think as you're trying to build something and you're looking for those opportunities of a confirmation to give you the confidence of the right direction. But if you're so busy looking for what's next, you might miss actually the sign that's already telling you what's right.
Or if you're so attached to what you think is next.
That's it, exactly.
Wow, beautiful. And so is there an example in your life where you maybe thought it was going to be this way or you want it to be this way and something else showed up and led you down a different trajectory?
I'd have to think of it if there was a particular thing, but I was just thinking about, I think as human beings, we're incredible manifestors. And if we really want something, I think we can really make it happen. But if it's not really in our highest good, then if we do get it, it may not really be what was right. And then you have a longer route to get to.
That is a really important point. We wish you could have a megaphone to let the world know. And you must have some of this wisdom nuggets and insights in your memoir as it comes out of your life experience across the years. Is that part of what inspired you to write the memoir, or what?
Well, I think being able to trace through, as I was starting to say about, I bookended it on, how did I get here, and really looking at these pieces, and I can look at things in my childhood, and many of them are somewhat traumatic, but I can look at them as just for the pain on the surface level, or I can also look at them as the things that occurred with my childhood also made me who I am today. It gave me the strength and determination, even the courage to take the risks I've taken. And so for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my parents were who they were. And all of their humanness, their imperfection. And it's not to say I wouldn't have preferred things differently, but I can fully recognize and hold now that everything is happening for me. I don't always like it. And it isn't by any means what I want, but if I really let go and really look for what is it trying to give me, it shortens the time of receiving the gift.
When you look at your past and what you just said and the challenges of your past, is there now where you can be with it and you really truly are whole and complete and love and bless it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think
so. Now the pain is now synthesized.
For me, the way I look at things is what's happened on the outside, what somebody does or doesn't do is irrelevant. How I hold it is everything, because that becomes my experience. So if I view something as horrendous, I hold it like that, then it is. And if I hold it with loving and compassion and acceptance and understanding, then that is what it is. And I can find tremendous appreciation. Like I don't have anger towards people in my life. And any place where I do have conflict, I really do my best to really lean into it, to breathe in to that.
That must be what gives you your beautiful presence. You have such a radiance on screen, but in person.
Thank you. Thank you so
That
much.
really is the key. I would say, imagine the key to happiness, the key to feeling an even more elevated, fulfilled life.
And just like what I was saying, happiness is a choice. You can wake up every day and it's a choice. It isn't something that just happens to us.
So beautiful. Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
for sharing.